And before we dive deeper, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. These revelations aren't random, and if this video found you, it was meant to. Now let's begin. The comforting haze of what you believe to be true is a powerful illusion. You felt the unsettling predictability of your life, the way certain failures repeat, certain successes remain just out of reach. This isn't a coincidence, it's a design, a subtle cage built from your own unchallenged perceptions. This cage, crafted from ignorance, offers a strange, almost narcotic-like safety. It whispers comforting lies. This is just how things are, you're destined for this. Some things you can't change, but these whispers are the chains. They keep you from ever questioning the true mechanics of your experience. They normalize the repeating patterns, the subtle déjà vu of your daily existence, the feeling that you've been here before, done this before, failed in this exact way before. This false safety is the first layer of the illusion. It shields you from the immense, terrifying responsibility of being the observer. But what happens when that observer starts to stir, even in its sleep? Next, we'll see that the observer isn't sleeping at all. The observer within you doesn't sleep, it's merely been directed. It tirelessly processes every flicker of information, every unspoken assumption, every deeply held belief, even those you consciously reject. It's the silent witness, always on, always recording, always shaping the narrative. You might feel stuck, convinced your reality is rigid, but the rigidity comes from the unwavering gaze of this internal observer, fixed on a single, looping program. This tireless observer meticulously renders your world, piece by intricate piece, all based on the data it's fed. The problem is that your observer is dormant. It's that its attention has been inverted, unknowingly focused on the very things you wish to escape. It's like a powerful searchlight, faithfully illuminating the shadows you've learned to expect. Every time you say, "I always mess this up," or "this never works for me," your observer faithfully notes it, adding another brushstroke to the painting of your reality. It is a mirror, endlessly reflecting the self-limitation you project. It never rests, tirelessly upholding the reality you implicitly expect. What happens when this inverted attention begins to render an entire shadow world around you? Next, we uncover how inverted attention manifests as shadow rendering. Inverted attention is not merely a metaphor, it's the precise mechanism by which your shadow self is rendered into your reality. When your focus is locked on what you lack, what you fear, or what was, your internal observer meticulously draws those very elements into being. It's like pointing a projector at a blank wall, but the film is composed entirely of your anxieties and doubts. You felt this, the plans that consistently unravel, the relationships that repeat the same painful dynamic, the opportunities that always seem to slip through your fingers. These aren't random occurrences. They are the faithful reproductions of attention consistently inverted towards limitation. Your subconscious isn't trying to sabotage you, it's merely fulfilling the instructions it continuously receives. Every self-deprecating thought, every sigh of resignation, every moment you replay a past failure in your mind reinforces this inverted rendering. You aren't just thinking these thoughts. You are animating them within your energetic field, giving them vibratory life. This shadow rendering then acts as a magnetic force. But where do these deep-seated instructions, these silent directives, truly originate? Next, we must confront the silent scripts, thoughts you've disowned. The silent scripts are the unexamined narratives playing beneath the surface of your awareness. These aren't your conscious affirmations or fleeting doubts. They are the deeply entrenched beliefs, often formed in childhood or through impactful experiences, that your conscious mind has disowned or buried. They run silently, tirelessly directing your observer's attention, effectively rewriting your reality without your permission. Think of them as lines of code operating in the background, shaping every interaction, every decision, every outcome. I'm not good enough. I'll always struggle. True love isn't for me. These aren't just thoughts. They are foundational programming. You believe you've moved past them, but they persist, influencing your internal filter. These scripts manifest as an almost invisible gravitational pull, guiding you back to familiar patterns even when you consciously desire change. They are the unseen puppeteers pulling the strings of your perception. You disown them because acknowledging them would require a monumental shift in self-concept, a dismantling of familiar comfort zones. But these disowned thoughts have a powerful ally. Next, we'll examine how reticular activation and the blind spot algorithm bring these silent scripts to life. The reticular activation system, or RAS, is your brain's internal filter, tirelessly scanning for relevance. Combined with what we call the blind spot algorithm, it becomes the ultimate enforcer of your silent scripts. The RAS doesn't show you everything, it shows you what it deems important based on your unconscious programming. If your disowned script says opportunities are scarce, your RAS will meticulously filter out every abundance signal, rendering them invisible. This creates your personal blind spot algorithm. You literally cannot perceive what your deepest beliefs have deemed irrelevant or threatening to your current self-concept. You walk past the very solutions you seek, not because they don't exist, but because your internal system has categorized them as non-existent for you. It's a self-fulfilling invisibility cloak. Your reality is not what's out there, it's what your RAS allows you to see. This mechanism creates an undeniable loop. The less you see, the more your belief in scarcity is reinforced. This feedback mechanism traps you, ensuring you remain oblivious to the very escape routes presenting themselves. This blinding mechanism keeps your attention locked. Next, we'll explore how this leads to the repeating patterns of attention loops. The physics of denial. Attention loops are the repeating cycles of perception and experience you find yourself trapped within, not by external fate, but by the physics of your own denied focus. Because your reticular activation system filters reality through your disowned scripts, you consistently loop back to the same kinds of experiences, the same challenges, the same emotional states. It's a closed circuit, endlessly replaying. You've felt this, the sensation of déjà vu, the uncanny feeling that you've been in this exact situation before, despite superficial differences. This isn't a glitch in the matrix. It's a perfectly executed, self-perpetuating attention loop. Your observer's gaze is repeatedly drawn to the elements that confirm its existing biases. You deny their existence, but your attention confirms them. Breaking free isn't about wishing for a different reality, it's about disrupting the loop itself. It requires a conscious redirection of your internal spotlight, forcing it to illuminate what it has long ignored. But these loops are tenacious because they are constantly being reaffirmed by subtle tests. Next, we'll uncover how you face these micro-rendering, the test you can't escape. Micro-rendering refers to the subtle, everyday tests that your subconscious mind presents, designed to confirm your dominant belief systems. These aren't grand, life-altering events. They are the small, almost imperceptible moments that echo your deeper anxieties and expectations. The job interview that feels eerily similar to a past failure, the slightly off comment from a friend that confirms your insecurity, the flicker of a doubt that arises just as you're about to take a leap. Each of these micro-renderings acts as a feedback mechanism, affirming your current calibration. If your underlying narrative is, "I always get overlooked," then even a momentary pause in conversation can trigger that belief, solidifying it further. Your observer, ever vigilant, uses these tiny moments to re-verify its existing program, keeping your reality fixed. You cannot escape these tests because they are generated from within. They are the universe reflecting your internal state, precisely calibrating the external world to match your inner landscape. They are a constant reminder of the quantum mirror around you, reflecting your every unspoken truth. Next, we will stand before the stark reality of quantum mirrors, the hidden reflection field. The quantum mirrors are not a metaphor, they are the actual, energetic fields that constantly reflect your internalized reality back to you. Everything you perceive, everything you experience is merely a reflection of your deeper beliefs, your attention patterns, and your disowned scripts. You are always looking into a mirror, but you mistakenly believe you are looking out a window. This hidden reflection field is utterly impartial. It doesn't judge. It simply shows you what you are projecting. If you project scarcity, the mirror shows scarcity. If you project self-doubt, it reflects scenarios that confirm that doubt. This is why mere positive thinking often fails. It attempts to polish the reflection without changing the source. The world outside is dynamic, shifting in response to the light you cast upon it. Your perceived inability to change your circumstances is not a flaw in reality. It's a flaw in your understanding of the mirror's function. Until you adjust what you project, the reflection remains stubbornly constant, embodying the very identity you struggle to escape. Next, we confront the identity that keeps escaping you. The identity that keeps escaping you is not a future version of yourself, but the authentic self that has been overshadowed by layers of conditioning, disowned beliefs, and inverted attention loops. It's the self that your quantum mirror truly wants to reflect, but cannot because the current projection is so strong. You catch glimpses of it in moments of profound clarity, in fleeting moments of joy or deep connection, only for it to slip away again. This escaping identity is a constant reminder of the gap between who you are capable of being and who you currently present yourself as. It's what you yearn for, what you strive for, yet it remains just out of reach, often sabotaged by the very mechanisms designed to protect your current, familiar self. Your subconscious perceives this true identity as a threat to your current operating system. It's not that you can't reach it. It's that your established internal reality actively works to keep it at bay, maintaining the safety of the known. This constant struggle against your higher self creates friction, causing subtle delays in your manifested reality. Next, we'll explore this phenomenon in reality lag, when the unobserved past keeps broadcasting. Reality lag is the frustrating delay you experience between intending a new reality and actually perceiving it. It's the sensation that you are always a step behind, that your current circumstances are stubbornly clinging to an old narrative. This lag is not a malfunction. It's the persistent broadcast of your unobserved past, a dense data stream of old beliefs and unresolved emotional patterns still informing your quantum mirror. Even as you consciously attempt to shift, the deeper, unexamined aspects of your past self continue to project. Think of it like a radio signal. You've changed the station, but the old frequency is still bleeding through, creating static and distortion. Until you acknowledge and integrate those unobserved components, they will continue to render your present, keeping you tethered. This lag creates a sense of helplessness, making you believe that change is impossible. But it's not reality resisting you, it's your own unconscious resistance, still clinging to comfort, still broadcasting old patterns. To overcome this, you must directly confront the source of these old broadcasts. Next, we delve into collapse points, the forbidden practice of direct observation. Collapse points represent the moments of intense, unfiltered introspection where you directly observe the underlying beliefs and emotional patterns that create your reality lag. This practice is forbidden because it confronts the very foundations of your self-concept, forcing an uncomfortable dismantling of ingrained illusions. It's not about analyzing or intellectualizing. It's about raw, present observation of the quantum mirror. When you hit a collapse point, you look directly at the fear, the inadequacy, the anger that has been silently broadcasting, you name it. You feel its energetic presence without judgment or narrative. In that direct observation, the energetic charge holding that particular loop in place begins to dissipate. It can no longer hide in the shadows of your subconscious. This direct observation forces an energetic disentanglement, loosening the grip of the past on your present. It's not always pleasant. It can feel like a profound destabilization. But it is the necessary act to cease the old broadcast and allow a new reality to coalesce. The alternative is far more costly. Next, let's consider the cost of not looking, outsourced reality scripts. The cost of not looking, of avoiding these collapse points, is outsourcing your reality scripts. When you refuse to directly observe and dismantle your old internal programming, you inadvertently allow external forces, societal norms, media narratives, other people's expectations, to write your story for you. Your quantum mirror, always reflecting, will pick up on these external signals and begin to render their reality into your experience. You become a passive recipient, a player in someone else's drama. Your life feels unfulfilled, not because you lack potential, but because your inner projector is showing a film you didn't choose, a script that isn't yours. This is how entire lives are lived in quiet desperation, believing they are powerless against fate, when in fact they are simply playing out a borrowed narrative. This outsourcing leads to a fragmented sense of self, a constant feeling that something is missing. It's the ultimate consequence of avoidance, turning you into an extra in your own life. But even this resistance to looking is a powerful force. Next, we reveal how your resistance is rendering too. Your resistance to change, to looking directly at your collapse points, is not a failure. It is another powerful form of rendering. Every time you recoil from an uncomfortable truth, every time you choose distraction over introspection, you are actively pouring energetic fuel into the very reality you wish to escape. Your resistance becomes a solidified, observable force within your quantum mirror. This resistance manifests as a gravitational pull, keeping you tethered to the familiar, even if the familiar is painful. It's the internal friction that makes every step forward feel like a monumental effort, because a part of you is actively working to maintain the status quo. It says, "This is known, this is safe, even if it hurts." Understanding this is crucial. Your resistance is not an obstacle to be overcome, but a signal to be observed. It's a highly active component of your current reality, faithfully rendering the exact circumstances you are trying to avoid. Your reality isn't just about what you desire, it's meticulously sculpted by your refusal to look. Make sure to subscribe for more videos and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. We'll see you in the next one.